Hello Nidorinas and Nidorinos, I'm KingNido and today we're coming from Pewter City where it is a battle between 16th and 17th. It is the rock type skulls going up against the normal type Goldenrod Guild, and with a victory here, either of these sides could move themselves back into a leader's 8 position, and that is exactly what they want. So with that said, let us know in the comments below who you think will win this matchup. Will it be the rock types? Will it be the normal types? Let's go!
3, 2, 1, go!
And that draw that the Goldenrod Guild had earlier in the season could be the difference maker on what gets them into the leaders 8 or keeps them out come the end of the season, as they start out with the Dunsparce and Snorlax. It is going to be that shields down being deactivated for Minior and Arcanine, the Terrestrial draftee, starting out for the Pewter Skulls. That is right, this is the Cantonian Arcanine, so it is going to shed that fire typing and take on this Soul Rock typing with that justified ability, as well as it is on the home field side of the Pewter Skulls. But it is Snorlax with that speed control immediately going for the Eerie spell, outspeeding Arcanine here, getting a great connection, but Arcanine responds with the string shot, so it's going to greatly lower the speed of both Snorlax and the Dunsparce here on the field, which will allow Minior to follow up by going with the flip turn. It's going to go back to the bench, but not before getting in some good damage there on what is revealed to be Zoroark in its illusion form, which explains how it was able to outspeed Arcanine here. But we do see Minior going back to the bench, as it is Rampardos coming out in its place. The Dunsparce immediately goes for the Fury Cutter, some more good damage there being done to Arcanine, who does respond with the Gust, focusing in here onto the Dunsparce, and Rampardos is going to follow it up with the Taunt, telling Zoroark to just bring it, and Zoroark is going to fall for that taunt, so it is going to be unable to move this turn, falling for that taunt. We will see it struggle soon, but the Dunsparce goes for the Esper Wing on to Rampardos, getting in some great damage and a speed boost for the Dunsparce, as well as Arcanine is going to go for the Petal Dance, keeping on the offensive, still focusing on the Dunsparce, as Rampardos goes with the Lunar Blessing intelligently. It is going to restore some of its own health, as well as restoring the health of Arcanine in the process. And here is Zoroark, we see struggling for the first time in this matchup, doing some damage to Arcanine, but it gets that recoil damage, as well as the Dunsparce follows it up with the super effective Brine that does put Rampardos into knockout range, and that Petal Dance continues from Arcanine to finish Zoroark off, taking it out of this matchup, giving the Pewter Skulls the early lead here, and Rampardos with an opportunity to follow up, but Arcanine is going to be left confused due to that fatigue as well, and Rampardos goes with the Volt Switch, so now it's Rampardos' turn to go back to the bench. We know that Minior is going to be coming back out onto the field. We know that Snorlax as well is going to be coming out for the Goldenrod Guild, as once again we see that shields down ability get deactivated here. And here is the Dunsparce going with the Flame Charge onto Arcanine, who tanks that not very effective move, but another speed boost for the Dunsparce in the process, as out comes the real Snorlax. Arcanine needs to shake off this confusion, or it will be doing damage to itself, and it is going to be able to go for the Acupressure, helping out Minior here by boosting its evasiveness a great deal, intelligently making it a harder target, as the Expanding Force onto the real Snorlax here from Minior, not doing a great deal of damage, as the Dunsparce is going to go for the block onto Arcanine, making it so it can no longer escape. Not that it is looking to run away, as the real Snorlax now goes with the slack of that little bit of damage that has taken. It is going to restore it and get itself back to full strength. Arcanine once again trying to shake off this confusion, and it is successful, once again going with the Acrobatics, putting the Dunsparce into knockout range. Minior could go for the easy elimination, but it itself goes for a slack off, but it is at full strength, so that is going to fail, allowing the Dunsparce to go with the Thunder. But that is going to be avoided here by Minior. Snorlax looking to do its part though, goes with the low sweep, which will be super effective, and it eliminates Arcanine from this matchup, leveling the playing field here. There are still 5 Pokemon remaining on both sides, but very clever to take out that very justified Arcanine. And Rampardos does come back out onto the field, still in knockout range, as Minior goes with the Present to take the Dunsparce out, putting the Pewter Skulls immediately back in front. There's a fantastic response by the Rock Flying type, and Rampardos follows it up with the Electro Ball, and Snorlax is able to tank yet another move with that 110 base special defense. It goes for the Bone Rush, but it goes for Minior, who is part Flying type, so it's immune to ground type moves, as out comes Screamtail. The Goldenrod Guild now sending out their own Terrestrial draftee. It is taking on that normal typing with that 111 base speed. We should expect it to have speed control until potentially Minior does go back to its core form, but we have seen it be taken out before that happens. But we get the Hardening now from Screamtail. It is going to boost that physical defense that is base 99. Minior with the Ivy Cudgel, bringing that Cudgel down on to Screamtail for some good damage, and Rampardos does follow it up with the Fairy Wind, continuing to focus in on Snorlax, who tanks yet another move, allowing it to respond with the Tackle. But it goes for Minior, who is able to avoid yet another attack thanks to that boosted evasion. And we get the Pain Split now from Screamtail. That is a massive error because it focused in on Rampardos, who was in knockout range. We get the coaching from Minior, looking to help out Rampardos. It is going to boost that physical attack that's base 165, as well as boosting that physical defense. Some good teamwork here from the Skulls as the Rock Blast follow-up from Rampardos gets the first connection. This multi-hit move could take out Snorlax, but it's only able to get 2 of the Rock Blast, keeping Snorlax in this matchup, and it responds with the Hydro Steam. And that super effective move takes Rampardos out. That is a fantastic play by Snorlax to level the playing field, and they did not want to deal with that boosted offense of Rampardos, as out comes Avalok in its Hisuian form, who's immediately on the receiving end of a Temper Flare from Screamtail, as Minior is going to go with the Soft Boil, trying to restore its health once again, but it is still at full strength. Avalok, however, is going to go for the Synthesis, and it is going to restore its health because it's already taken damage in this matchup in the short time it's been on the field here, but it does get itself back to full strength, as Snorlax with the Whirlwind is actually going to send Avalok back to the bench, and out in its place does come Probopass, being dragged out onto the field. Screamtail, though, is going to go for the Psycho Boost, and finally they are going to connect onto Minior, getting some fantastic damage as well, but it does all that special attack of Screamtail in the process. We get the Cotton Guard now from Minior. It is going to boost its physical defense a great deal, as Probopass, speaking of physical defenses, goes with the mean look on to Snorlax, making it so it can no longer escape. Not that it's looking to run away from this matchup, as Snorlax does go for a Rock Blast of its own, but Minior is able to avoid that move, and here's that Shield Down ability being activated, takes on that core form, and with that happening, it is going to have speed control, immediately going for the Iron Head onto Screamtail. Gets in some good chip damage there, but Screamtail is going to respond with the Phantom Force, so it's going to vanish instantly, and look at those purple eyes before it vanishes, as the Power Gem from Probopass does target Screamtail, who is able to avoid that attack, allowing Snorlax to capitalize, going with the attack order onto Probopass. Not very effective, able to tank that move, and Minior responds with the Ice Spinner, but once again they have gone for Screamtail, which is great because Screamtail can capitalize, going for the Phantom Force, but it goes for Minior, who's able to avoid that attack. Probopass looking to do its bit, goes with the Baby Doll Eyes, focusing in onto Snorlax, lowering that physical attack that's base 110. It goes for the Absorb, trying to capitalize on that part Rock type in here of Probopass and restore a little bit of its health in the process, getting very little back, does Snorlax, as Minior goes with the Spin Out, continuing to focus on Screamtail here, putting it in knockout range, but it is going to lower that speed of Minior a great deal. Screamtail with the Low Sweep, once again going for Minior, who's able to avoid another move, allowing Probopass to come in and go for the Thunder, but this is going to be avoided once again in this matchup, as Snorlax goes with the round, and this is going to connect with Minior, but it is able to hold on after that not very effective move, couldn't get the job done. We get the conversion too from Screamtail, but that does fail. This allows a Zap Cannon from Minior, but more moves being avoided because Screamtail is able to get out of the way of that, as Probopass does go with the Close Combat onto Snorlax and connects with that super effective move to get the elimination, and this puts the Pewter Skulls in front, as Probopass lowers its defenses in the process to do so. It is going to be Ursaluna in its Blood Moon form coming out for the Goldenrod Guild as a Shadow Force now from Screamtail. It's going to vanish again from the field, and the Heat Crash from Minior does focus in on Ursaluna. Doesn't get in a great deal of damage, however, and this allows Ursaluna to respond with the Sleep Powder, and this time it's actually going to be Probopass avoiding this move, allowing it to go for the Cross Chop, but unfortunately it goes for Screamtail, who's still out of this field, but it is back from the Shadow Force, connecting for some great damage there onto Probopass, and Minior is going to set up for the Solar Blade, which is going to absorb light on this turn. If it goes for Ursaluna, it will be super effective and do massive damage, but Ursaluna responds with the Shadow Ball. It needs to go for Minior, and it does, and it gets the elimination. Minior has finally been taken out of this matchup after dodging so many attacks. Probopass, though, with the Fire Lash, a great response, finishes off Screamtail to immediately put the Pewter Skulls back in front. They have the 3-2 advantage now. As Avalok comes back out onto the field, it is going to be Porygon Z coming out as the last Pokemon for the Golden Road Guild, getting that special attack boost thanks to the download ability, and it has speed control, immediately going for the Hyper Beam. And it takes out Probopass. It's not very effective, but effective enough to tie up this game at 2v2. Ursaluna follows it up with the Disable, but that is going to fail, and I'm sure the editors appreciate that, as Avalok is going to go with the Dragon Dance. And in doing so, it is going to boost that physical attack as well as that speed, but that physical attack is base 127. However, it's Tyranitar as the last Pokemon for the Pewterskulls with that Unnerve ability as well. Porygon has to recharge, allowing Avalok with that boosted speed to go for the Dragon Breath on to Ursaluna, who is able to tank that move, but Tyranitar follows it up with the Bullet Seed. This multi-hit move focusing in onto Porygon here. If we can get all 5, it will end up doing massive damage to Porygon Z as well. It is able to get 3 connections for some great damage as Ursaluna goes with the Water Gun, and that is the most powerful Water Gun I've ever seen being done to Avalok there, and it's followed up by the Mud Slap from Porygon. The 1-2 connection gets the elimination with that super effective move. The Golden Road Guild are back in front. Tyranitar is all by itself. It responds with the Seed Flare onto Ursaluna. This is super effective, and it takes down the Blood Moon form with the critical hit. It is a 1v1 matchup. Tyranitar going head to head with Porygon Z. Porygon Z has the speed control, immediately going for the Toxic Thread, ensuring that stays the case. It is going to lower the speed of Tyranitar, but also leave it with that poisoning as well that will chip away at this massive Pokemon's health. Tyranitar, though, does respond with the Dragon Breath, getting some good damage there on to Porygon as we see that poisoning start to take effect, and we get our first time winning. If we go to overtime here, it will be the first one of the season. The Luna Dance from Porygon Z is going to fail. Don't give up. Now you are so close, as Tyranitar with the guard split now focusing in on its only opposition, sharing the guard between the two, but that poisoning continuing to chip away at Tyranitar. It needs to act fast and has the health advantage, but Porygon Z is going to go for the Flame Charge, and not very effective, doing a little bit of chip damage, getting some more speed on its side, as well as Tyranitar is going to go with the Electro Ball, keeping up the offenses, putting Porygon Z into knockout range, but that poisoning making it harder for Tyranitar to move on the field. But Porygon Z is going to go for the Bullet Seed. This is what Tyranitar did earlier. We get another time warning. Porygon Z needs to connect with all of these to take down Tyranitar. It's got 2, it's got 3, it needs another one to get the victory, and it gets the 4th one to take down Tyranitar with that super effective move, getting the victory for the Golden Rod Guild in this back and forth matchup. And as I try to catch my breath as the Golden Road Guild take the victory here in Pewter City, this is going to move them up into 12th place, just inside the leaders 8, as next round they will be going up against the Viridian Magma. However, for the Skulls, unfortunately, they do drop down to 17th place, and next round they're going up against the Hammerlock Draconids. But until then, Nidorinos, thank you so much for watching. Let us know in the comments below who you thought was the best on field, and if you enjoyed what you saw, please leave a like, share, subscribe, but more importantly, always remember, you are awesome. And I'll see you when you see me.